streams. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Degens! Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I am the Brofict One AJ, and with me, as always, is the man with the numbers. He is the sportsbook whisperer, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, how the hell you doing today?
I'm doing good, AJ. I'm doing really good. Always doing good. Never not doing good.
Ah, you are, dude.
Why would I be doing
No, you're
bad?
not doing well when. Well,
That
well, you're
just
not going to
that
be
just
doing
seems
well
like
in the next couple weeks when Aaron Rodgers comes to the Cardinals.
all
But
right,
that's a
AJ. I
conversation for
will
later.
I will literally give you $100 if that happens. Nothing in
Deal.
return. Just
Sounds
if
good.
Rogers if
Degens, you
Rogers
heard it here live.
if Rogers goes to the Cardinals, I will give you $100.
No, don't blame you. Don't blame you. I would give me $100 too if that would happen. But
No skin
Noah,
off of your back.
we just fair. But Noah, we did just get done finish recording our big announcement video coming out this Monday. Huge, dude. This is about to be a big one, bro. I'm pretty excited about it. How are you feeling about it?
Bomb. Bomb
Whew.
dropped, baby.
Bombs,
Well,
bombs
not yet.
away.
Bomb will be dropped.
Not yet. Bombs will be dropped. No, I can't wait for it. But
Only been
until
hyping it
then,
up for only been hyping it up for like a couple weeks now. So
couple weeks now. But Noah, it is what it is, and the DGens will finally get to know what it is coming this Monday. So please follow us. Twitter, Instagram at Degenerate Takes, and on TikTok, of course, at DGen Takes 69. But Noah, enough of talking about our super awesome, exciting announcement coming on Monday. Let's talk about why we're here, baby. And that's for something you and I both love. We bleed, we cry for it, and Noah, in football, we cry a lot, but here we laugh a lot. We are talking about the University of Arizona basketball going live tonight, going to Washington State. Noah, I need to pull up the odds because they did change a little bit since the last time I looked at them, but I will get to that in a minute. I was live, Noah, at McHale North, also known as the Trash Devils Stadium. And let me tell you, Noah, it was electric in there watching U of A come out, push, winning by 12 points, but hey, I will take the fat W against our rivals. Noah, what did you think? What do you think about how U of A is playing right now, and what should we expect from this game tonight?
I think we're a very, very, very good basketball team. Obviously, the ranking
Very good.
at number 4 says that enough, but we have not played our best basketball the last few games. So the last 3, 4 games have not been our best showings, and we've won most of them, other than the UCLA loss. But I'd like to see us come out with our A game. You know, kick Washington State in the teeth early, win this game by a good 20, 25 points. That's what I'm hoping for tonight.
Noah, I would love nothing more than that. The all day at work, me and my buddies were talking about this game, and Noah, they do you know what they were saying to me? Do you know what they were saying to me? No, they were saying this game's a trap. They were saying 6.5 points is a trap, 7 points is a trap. And Noah, any other game I would agree, but dude, let's be real. This Wildcats team has just absolutely been rocking and rolling, and I really can't believe, even going back to our time at school at the university, I can't remember a team that looked this well rounded.
I can. I mean, we had a couple of them, and all of those teams came up short in the March Madness tournament.
Very short in the
But
March Madness tournament, one of them being, of course, a early exit.
I feel better about this team than any of those teams now that I've lived through that. Obviously, the year we had DeAndre Ayton, that was a major disappointment. We got a 4 seed in that tournament. Ended up getting beat by 21 by Buffalo in the first round. Year before that, with Larry Markkinen, Raleigh Alkins, Kobe Simmons, some of those other guys. I want to say we had a 2 or 3 seed in that tournament. Ended up losing to like an 11 seed Xavier, if I remember correctly, a 10 or an 11 seed Xavier in the Sweet 16. That was disappointing. But that was just the Sean Miller era for you. It was just great regular seasons and disappointing March Madness runs. I think Tommy Lloyd's very different. I think we're going to get a 1 or a 2 seed, most likely. Worst case scenario, I think we get a 3. I think absolutely bottom line worst case scenario, we get a 4. And even at a 4 seed, I think we can make a run. But I think we'll get a 1, 2, or a 3. Looking right now like it'll be a 1, but obviously we have games left to play to decide that. If we can win out the rest of the regular season, and if we end up losing and not winning the Pac-12 tournament, I think that puts us at a 2 seed. So, I mean, we'll see. This is the first step. Obviously, we have 5 or 6 games left, maybe 7 even. I don't know, but we have a big road stretch here at the very end of the season to close it out, ending with at USC, which a lot of people are trying to make a big deal of. But I think USC hardly deserves to be in the rankings anymore.
Yeah, honestly, though.
So,
what are they doing there, bro? What are they doing?
I'm almost more concerned about like an Oregon or a Washington State than a USC at this point. USC is kind of they're killing themselves. Like they have the talent, they have the size, everything, the athleticism. But I think they're in the bottom 10 in all of D1 basketball, which is like 340, 350 teams in free throw percentage. So that along with, a couple other things, like there's a reason they're ranked, and that's because they are as talented and athletic and as big as they are, but they don't play well. I mean, they're a prime suspect for an early exit out of the March Madness tournament as like a 5 or a 6 seed in my mind. So
I can see that, but Noah, we will get into that stuff later when we go into our bracket predictions and everything like that. March is going to be probably our biggest month in Degenerate Takes history. Again, follow us on all of our socials for our big announcement coming out on Monday. But Noah, I don't want to cut short this Washington team. All right, this Washington team, 14-7, 7-3.
Washington State.
Excuse me, Washington State.
I was going to say because
mistake earlier today, and I got someone got very insulted, and I feel bad about that.
Washington's pretty garbage. Which, if you want to watch a game between two garbage ass teams, Arizona State and Washington play later. They play at 10 right after the U of A Washington State game. So if you want to watch just a team between or a game between two crap schools, stay tuned after that. We won't be covering that one live because nobody cares. Might be a good game because both teams suck, but you never know.
Yeah, it's a good shit bowl. It's like watching the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Jets play. It's like, oh, good shit bowl coming in Europe. Awesome. Can't wait to watch it. But Noah, with all of that being said, we are about 2 minutes away from the tip-off. We're gamblers, Noah. That's what we are at heart. We have a show called Degenerate Bets. That's what we do. That's what we enjoy. So let's talk about the lines here. The ones I'm looking at right now, they have been a little bit different at every books that I've seen. The ones I'm betting on, I am seeing U of A minus 6.5 road favorite going into this game, total being at 144.5. Noah and I obviously doing the homer pick and what we believe is the responsible pick and taking U of A minus the 6.5. Noah, do you have anything to say about the total on this game?
You said 144.5.
144.5. Overs at minus 109, if that helps at all.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's very tough.
I do think U of A hangs 80 or 90 points. The question is, how big of a blowout is this game? If this game stays closer, I think the over absolutely hits. Problem is, if we win like 85 to, 55, then we're under. But I'm going to lean towards the over. I'm not taking action on either the over or the under in this, but I'm gonna lean I'm gonna favor the over. U of A's
Not
been
yet. I
pretty
definitely
good
will
with.
say.
We've been pretty good with overs most of the season. So, um, like I said though, I expect we'll drop at least 80, if not 90. We've been pretty good about that. Team is averaging close to 90 on the season.
No, yeah, we have been pretty good at averaging points. They have been way, way up there, and it's been awesome to watch them score all those points. C Tuna, our favorite commenter, is back with us tonight, and he just said not a Wildcat. I think he means he is not a Wildcat because I do believe he is a Kansas City Jayhawks fan. And let me tell you, Big Tuna,
Kansas, not Kansas, not Kansas City, not Kansas City, Kansas.
Kansas, sorry. When Kansas stopped losing, God. When Kansas
Lawrence,
stopped losing me money all
Lawrence,
the time.
Kansas, not Kansas
Lawrence,
City.
Kansas, yes. Yes, KU, Rock Chalk Jayhawks. I know it, no. I'm sorry for the slip up, my B. But I'm just saying, whenever they play a game that excites me or doesn't lose me money, we may actually cover that. But definitely expect in March for us to give them a good look. They do have a solid squad as well. No, they just showed the announced team. This is not an announced team I've seen before call a U of A game. I was honestly expecting our boy Bill Walton to be out there.
We are on Fox Sports 1 for this game. So Bill Walton is only on ESPN and Pac-12 Network, which some people love Bill Walton. I personally hate when Bill Walton is calling games. So I'm obviously I've got this one on mute in the background, so I'm not listening to it, so it wouldn't bother me. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Bill Walton.
It wouldn't. And Noah,
whether it's trees, cacti, peanut butter, like he never seems to be talking about the game.
No, he talks about everything else, just kind of like we are right now, talking about Bill Walton as U of A missed an easy layup to start the game. Washington with the ball. Goes in. Oh, little messy play going on there. Kicks it out. Kicks it again. Long three. And it's nothing. Noah, let me tell you, that looked like the ASU game. They could not make a three-pointer to save their life the other day. It was wonderful. As U of A gets the ball.
We're going to need to sync up here. I don't know if I'm ahead or behind right now.
I'm at 19:16 on the clock, if that helps. And not a foul called on that. Interesting.
I'm ahead of you then.
All right, well, pause if you can, because I cannot fast forward. Well, where are you at then? You start calling. You start telling me the action, Noah.
Tubelis just made a basket, so.
Oh, you are far ahead of me. We are just getting the ball. We will try to sync up later during a commercial break. We are sorry for this, but Noah, yeah, that was a nice little layup right there. Sorry, I will keep my mouth shut and just do color. You tell me what's going on, Noah.
Well, here I'll get to the same point as you after see what happens on this possession, and you'll just have to let me know when you're caught up to the same point where I tell you.
All right, we have an out of bounds. Looks like it's staying with Washington.
All right, Tubelis just
Tommy Lloyd on my. Sorry.
So Washington State misses a shot, and Tubelis gets the rebound. Let me know when that happens.
All right, I am seeing them playing. They're doing the basketball, driving in. He goes up for the shot, misses the rebound, gets it, and U of A with the ball down the court. Kicks it to the center, number 35. And again, we do want to apologize. There's a lot of college names. We are not going to know the name of every single one of these awesome Wildcats and Washington State Cougs, and we do apologize for that. We will get to that on a commercial break. Oh, beautiful block there.
Speak for yourself, but.
Well, no, then I will just say how awesome a number is, and you can please tell me the name and help me out there.
Hey, Jay, you don't have the depth chart in front of you?
Honestly, no, got off work and came here to do this, so I did not have time to print off my depth chart today. As Washington State 4-0.
Surprised you don't know all the U of A guys, though. I mean, that seems kind of important.
Noah, you know my job, you know my work schedule. I watch a lot of sports, got a lot of names in the head.
Ooh. It's
as
a nice
U of
little
A is
nice pass and finish there by Washington State.
very nice. Ooh, and it looks like U of A will get a shot.
Kerr Kriisa, he's one that, man, I would love to see him get hot tonight. He's struggled in the last few games with how much shit he talks, and usually he backs it up, but he has been cold shooting. Man, it was a little upsetting
by Washington State there.
Little upsetting, but like kudos to UCLA, their student section. That game where he was at UCLA, where he was 0 for 12 and 0 for 9 from 3. They were chanting MVP every time he touched the ball, which, like I said, respect to them, but that one hurt a little bit as a U of A fan.
Hurt a little bit. It's like whenever we go to ASU and where ASU comes to us and we just start chanting Bobby. As U of A goes to the line for 3. Makes the first one. Number 0, Benedict, putting up some solid points, averaging about 16 points a game. He has been a stud this year, Noah. I mean, that's what you can say a lot about all of these U of A guys. And going back to Kerr really quick, he really like his trash talk and everything. His demeanor reminds me of Alonzo Trier. However, Alonzo
don't even
Trier,
no, don't even fucking say that.
Oh, whatever. As U of A goes up 7-4, making all 3 free throws after that penalty behind the 3-point line. Washington State, big 3 from the back, and it is off. U of A recovers, going back down the court. Good hustle by the U of A. That's one thing that I've seen out of this squad a lot more than our recent squad is the hustle. Not just in the first half, not just when it matters, but all the way throughout the game, as it looks like there will be a call on number 2 with the ponytail. Roberts.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona plays the fastest pace in all of Division I college basketball this year. We averaged 13 seconds of possession out of the 30-second shot clock.
Whew.
So we like to run and gun. We play fast. It's clearly working.
100% working. I mean,
Kerr launching up a
look
3.
at our record, 20-2, 10-1.
Missed it.
Yeah, Kerr looking a little cold early. That's kind of been the Wildcats when I've been watching them, Noah. I've been seeing the Wildcats, kind of get off to a slow start and then pick it up really towards the halftime, second half especially, really picking it up. It's almost like they use the first couple minutes as a warm-up, as a beautiful block from the big man, number 35, comes in and Arizona's ball.
Christian Coloco,
number 35. My man with the beautiful block and steal as
man,
Washington
when
does steal
he
the ball back.
I'll tell you, when Coloco came in two years ago as a freshman, that dude was a twig.
And U of A with a beautiful 3. U of A with a dime of a 3 going up 10-4. 15 left to play in the first half.
That's Matherin for you. I suspect he'll have a pretty big game tonight. He's been a little quiet the last couple games, which for somebody who's projected as a lottery pick in the NBA draft, he's due for Matherin is due for a big game tonight.
He is, and
so
that first
keep your eye out for that.
That first 3 he hit, it was beautiful. Looks like U of A will get called for the penalty too, coming to Washington State as we go into commercial break here. I mean, Coloco with that block there, that was something else. But that's one thing that you can talk about this U of A team that you can't really say about a lot of college basketball teams today. They play defense. And they don't just play defense, they played hard defense. And it's hard for teams to get to the rim, even their big mans. And that's honestly, in my opinion, where we're getting a lot of our success from.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, and going back to Coloco, like I said, he was what I was getting into. He was a twig coming in as a freshman. He was, he's 7 foot
Yeah.
one. He was 195 pounds as a freshman. He was wearing those bug goggle glasses things. Uh, Now I'm assuming he's wearing contacts now, unless his eyes magically got fixed. But
Hopefully.
he's up to two. He's up to 230 pounds now. So over the last 2 years, he's put on 35 pounds of all muscle. I mean,
Wow.
he's still lean, but I mean, the dude's much stronger, leading the Pac 12 in blocks. I think he's fourth in the country in blocks per game.
Whew.
And,
That is a
the thing
stud right
too
there.
is when he needs to rest or if he gets into foul trouble, you pull him out, and then you got 7 foot Omar Ballo coming in, transferred from Gonzaga, who was a freshman at Gonzaga last year. And he's been absolutely great too. We've seen some sets where you have both of them on the court at the same time because they are athletic enough to run the four each on their own, which is just one of the crazy things about this Arizona team, which is why we're built to make a deep run here in March, because I don't know that there's a whole lot of teams that can hang with us size wise and athletically. It's
No, 100%. And no,
it's a pretty
you and I,
impressive team that we got.
and I would say no. Besides football, obviously, our collectively our favorite as this show sport to bet on would have to be college basketball. Am I incorrect saying that?
Oh, I mean, personally, 100%. That's, I mean, more so than
100%.
football, but
And so
I don't know about.
that's your opinion, not mine. But we
Yeah.
watch a lot of football on we watch a lot of college basketball on the regular. I really, yeah, I'm with you, dude. We do not see another team like the Wildcats out there. Their ranking is finally starting to show what their actual positioning should be. Top 5 team in the country, Where whether it's 1, whether it's 4, whether it's 5, that's a conversation up for debate every single week, and that's why we get a new list. However, yeah, we're winning the whole fucking thing. No, it's simple as that. And let's talk about Tommy Lloyd and just how great of an add-on he has been. How refreshing he has been to U of A as a whole. No more Sean Miller kind of gloom and doom cloud or scandal or anything holding over him or anything as Washington does hit their free throw going 6
that cloud has dissipated. That dark cloud has dissipated a bit, but it's not gone, because the NCAA still has an active investigation against Arizona, so they could randomly come out. They could randomly come out and give us a postseason ban.
Ooh, as Washington
man,
Roberts with a nice steal.
Bad
Washington
turnover
State,
there.
Excuse me.
Bad turnover.
Very bad. And that's the type of mistakes that U of A does make as a young team, but they can make up for it in a matter of seconds. But no, that would be really shitty if,
So, yeah, speaking of young
5,
teams.
10 years and then we get a freaking. Oh.
Yeah, I just don't know how they haven't wrapped up that investigation. I will touch back on that in a second. I was going to say, speaking of young teams, Arizona is the 355th ranked team as far as average age out of 358 D1 teams, despite not having any true freshmen. But we also have 0 seniors, and we have Justin Kier, who is a grad transfer, so he's a 5th year. But I mean, this team is mostly sophomores. Like, they're mostly true sophomores.
Hey, that's fair, and they're playing like a good older squad, but still making some of the young mistakes as U of A just missed what would have been a beautiful alley-oop, but we will take it in stride. 8-10 with 13:51 left to play in the first. Washington State with a big 3 pulls up,
wild
misses,
shot.
and they save the ball. They're going to keep trying for these threes for some reason. Mid-range jumper nails it. 10-10, 13:37 left to play in the first half. 7-0 scoring run going on for Washington State right now. I'm not worried about teams getting streaky against U of A because we always come back we just go ahead and
here we go.
Right there.
That was Omar Balla right there. Really locking it in.
Dude, we just have grown men on the court. It's unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
Oh, as they
And
try to go up.
I mean,
A lot of contact underneath. They
as
comes
we
away
said
with
in
the
the
ball.
pregame, this Washington State team is no joke. I expect to see them make the field of 68 in the tournament. I don't know that they'll necessarily go super far in the tournament, but they're definitely a threat. I mean, they kind of remind me a lot of Oregon State last year, who made it to the Elite Eight as a 12 or a 13 seed. I don't remember which one they were, but this Washington State team, like they're gritty, and they're not like uber talented, but they've been playing good basketball as of late. They only have 3 losses in the Pac-12 so far this year.
Yep.
Probably going to get either the 4 or the 5 seed, potentially the 3 seed in the Pac-12
Ooh.
tournament. We'll see if USC continues to just keep crumbling. But
Yeah, as U of A down under. Oh, beautiful underneath, but misses. Still fighting
that was
underneath, and U of A turns the ball over again.
that wasn't beautiful at all. That was sloppy.
It looked like it might have been beautiful. I'm trying to stay
Well, if
positive
it went,
here.
if it
Roberts trying to make a move on the big man.
yeah, if it went in,
Washington
it's a
State
beautiful
recovers,
move.
though.
But it didn't even touch the
It did
rim.
not touch the rim. No, it did not touch the rim. But it happens. Another 3-pointer from Washington State, and they still cannot make a
No
three. They
good.
could not buy a three if they threw a Bitcoin at it. Ooh, and U of A trying for another alley oop, not seeming to make it. Noah, why are we trying for all these alley oops, and why can't we just make an effing basket right now?
I mean, we're just pounding it inside. It's it's whatever is what it is. We've got a lot of different attacks. The beauty of this U of A team is we have a lot of different ways we can score the ball. So, we're going for that. Meanwhile, a game that I am keeping my eye on at the same time, Purdue is down 6 points early to Michigan. The reason that's big, Auburn losing earlier this week. If Purdue loses, I think that shoots U of A up to number 2, right behind Gonzaga. Which honestly, I would argue we should be number 1 over Gonzaga if it comes down to that, because both of our losses are to ranked teams. Gonzaga has lost to Alabama, who was ranked very highly to start the season, but is unranked now.
Yeah.
And can't remember who else they lost to, but I don't know. I mean, that'll be a tough one. And then the tough one, too, is like Auburn is still very, very, very good. They did lose at Arkansas, but it's like, how far do they fall? I feel like U of A has to pass them assuming we don't lose any games this week.
Yeah, assuming we don't lose any games this week, I do. Our loss was to our second loss was to Tennessee, number 19.
Yeah, no, I know our losses, Tennessee and UCLA. I'm saying Gonzaga's losses. Gonzaga. They lost to Alabama. They lost to Alabama and they beat UCLA. They beat Texas Tech. They lost to Duke, I think. They lost to Duke.
That's who it was.
Who also looks like a very good team, although for whatever reason,
they sketch me out, dude. They sketch me out. I don't like Duke.
Well, we were talking about this off air earlier this week about how the ACC usually has like a lot of ranked teams. They have one this year. They have one right now. Duke is the only ranked team in the ACC, which I think is going to hurt Duke come seeding for the March Madness tournament, because even if they win the ACC, well,
who'd you play?
Well, and especially if they don't win the ACC tournament, like that's going to be a big knock on Duke. That might drop them to like a 4 or 5 seed. just
As
because
we are
like
back from commercial break. Yep. And
they
we'll get
haven't
back to
played
that in a
anybody.
second. Now, Washington State did take a nice little 2-point layup there. U of A trying to create some space. This Washington defense doing everything they can to stick over it. Just overthrown again to the baseline. Not a good look for U of A. Sorry, Noah, continue your thought.
Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, it'll be difficult to judge Duke because, well, I mean, they lost to Virginia on that 3-pointer with 1.1 seconds left, which
Yes.
killed the 5-team parlay for me, which I'm still pissed about. But anyways, yeah, I mean that the ACC is definitely weaker this year than it has been in
Definitely
like
weaker this year.
I can't remember a time where there weren't 3 or 4 ACC teams in the rankings at one time. Like this is weird.
No,
This is
100%.
weird.
As U of A gets the ball on a nice turnover.
The Pac-12 feels stronger than the ACC this year, which is
Pac-12 does feel very strong, and I can't tell if that's media bias or not. C-Tuna is nice enough to throw in to the chat that Gonzaga is currently more in favor to the media bias. And to answer your question, Tuna, why only one of us is wearing U of A gear, it's because the U of A gear I have does not fit me anymore. Yep, I need to buy more U of A gear, but I hate giving that school money, so I'm in a real paradox there. But it happens. We'll figure that one out later.
I mean, you're not really giving that much money to the school. It's more so to like Nike and whoever's making the gear. I mean, the school gets like 10 or 20% or whatever.
Big corporations, I would love that.
Yeah, fuck it. Support the big corporations, right?
Oh yeah, man. We're all about big corps here. We want to be one day.
Exactly. Like I'm not gonna badmouth capitalism if we become big and start making a bunch of money. Because then everybody's everyone's gonna
in like 10 years and be like, oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, as U of A finally hits an alley-oop, Noah, it may have taken once, it may have taken twice, it may have taken 3 times, but we finally hit our first alley-oop of the game. It's about time because I was getting sick of seeing the ball thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, as you noted too earlier, this team has occasionally gotten off to a little bit of slower starts, unfortunately.
Yep.
Now,
yeah,
and I say occasionally because like the last 4 or 5 games, which I noted too earlier, that we've been like struggling a little bit more. We haven't been on our A game, but we have most of those games we've closed out the first half very strong, and we've closed out the second half very strong. The fact that we have an 8-point lead right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're up by 15 points at halftime here.
Oh, we probably will be. Or we'll pull a classic U of A and go pull it really close so the spread's like 2.5 at halftime. And if it's that, I would love that.
This is different though. This is the Tommy Lloyd era. This is not a Sean Miller team.
True, as Washington State just makes a nice little floater from the elbow. U of A passing the ball around outside, trying to create some space, taking it in. Floater to the right. Ooh. Not looking good. As Washington State drives it in. Oh, I thought we were...
C-Tuna saying Gonzaga is currently more in favor, media bias. I totally agree with that. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Auburn, before losing to Arkansas, fully deserved that number 1 seed, deserved a unanimous number 1 vote. Yet they never got it because the media loves to hype up Gonzaga and they don't play anybody. And I've gotten into it before. Their conference has taken big strides over the last couple of years. They are stronger, but Gonzaga still plays in a weak conference. They play in a weak conference. The rest of the teams in that conference are fighting to barely crack the top 25 rankings. This is why Gonzaga rarely makes Final Fours, yet they constantly have one They constantly
I'm
have
sorry,
one or
Noah,
two
as U of A
seeds.
makes another beautiful
Yes.
three from deep,
Pella
23 to
Larson,
16 with
beautiful
7:42 left.
stroke by Pella Larson,
And
but
U
yeah,
of A with
I mean,
another rebound under center.
there we
Washington
go.
State cannot get these rebounds started. U of A has just been dominant underneath the entire time.
Omar Ballo is he's gonna be really good for us the next year or two.
He will be. He will be,
Ooh,
especially
misses
if
a
he doesn't
shot
go
there,
into the
but
draft and he can develop that
uh,
mid-range shot.
but yeah, it's been it's a tale as old as time with Gonzaga, right? They get a 1 or a 2 seed and then they flop in like the Sweet 16 or Elite
And
Eight
you'll
or even the
love
round of
to see
32
it.
some years. And they've done that year after year after year. Last year, obviously, they made it to the championship, which was like way better than they usually do. and I don't. I mean, last year's
Got
team was
stomped
better
by
than
Baylor.
last year's Gonzaga was better than this year's team. I don't even think they're going to make the Final Four. Somebody's gonna beat them before then.
All the time in the
Oh,
world.
Kerr,
Kerr
Kerr,
with
Kerr,
three
Kerr.
from downtown. Let's go. That's what we like to see there.
He is
26-16 with 6:27 left to play in the first.
Kirk Risa is so good when he's hot, but when he's cold,
Oh, he is ice cold.
he can be detrimental. Um, and I have very mixed feelings about that because I respect the hell out of the fact that he keeps shooting when he's cold. Like he never gets discouraged. He keeps shooting the ball
No.
even when he's like cold as ice. But then you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, after you miss like 5, 6, 7 in a row, like maybe it's not your game. Maybe wait till next game. Like take a night off. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I do like that he doesn't get discouraged by misses. He just keeps shooting the ball, which, like I said, to an extent, because at some point it's like, okay,
you can't have a
you're
Russell
you're clearly
Westbrook
off.
and all that happens. We will talk a little bit of NBA trade deadline action at halftime because we're talking basketball more than we've ever talked basketball before. No, I have to step away for a second, but during the commercial break, I want to
Damn,
Washington
I was
State.
I was about to say I gotta step away for a second, but I'll step
Well,
away
I'm
when
step away during
you get back.
commercial, and then
So
you'll step away when I get back. That's how we
so
do
I
things here.
so I have to miss the action is how that works. Okay, I get it.
No, you want to step away, you can step away, and I'll miss the action. I'll take that hit for us. I'll take the hit.
All right, well,
are you gonna have to call the game?
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. I just gotta take a leak and grab another drink, so I'll be back in like minute 30.
Oh, we'll see. It's gonna be more like 5 minutes just watching out D-Gens, and he's gonna walk away forever. It's gonna be unbelievable. As I switch over to solely my camera. What's up? That's right. We're a professional program here on Degenerate Takes. Obviously, a nice, strong start from the Wildcats. That's something we like to see. Something we're not really, I don't want to say not accustomed to seeing. However, it is something that in recent memory has not been something that we are familiar with. I was at the U of A ASU game on Monday, and yeah, let me tell you, being a U of A fan at ASU when we were down by 11 in the first half was not a good time. But luckily, the other 30 minutes was a really good time as we just started scoring on them. Obviously, U of A only winning by 12 points. As a U of A fan, can't complain winning by double digits against ASU and the Scum Devils. But as a better, pushing on the 12, not a great way to end the night, but I still enjoyed it. It's a hell of a good time. Honestly, and I can't believe I'm saying this, their basketball stadium is nicer than their football stadium. And I know that's unbelievable because that's like saying one piece of crap's a little bit better than another. But again, that's why I went to U of A. No hate here. I still love ASU. I have a lot of friends that went there, but let's try to act a little bit more professional and maybe update our facilities a little bit. You're starting to look like the Bengals out there. Shout out to the Bengals for making the Super Bowl without an indoor practice facility, but that is a football conversation for a football show, and this is a basketball show. Noah didn't talk about this enough, or I don't think we've covered this enough. Tommy Lloyd. What I mentioned earlier, they're showing him on TV right now, and he's got to be talked about every time he's shown because truly what he has done to Arizona as an organization, talking in just a purely basketball sense as Kerr takes the ball up court, he's just done so much, and he's just changed the entire vibe in U of A going down there for homecoming talking about basketball. It was much different than whenever we would talk about the little floater missed fighting underneath the basket. U of A does come around with the rebound. Kerr with the three. Drains it. Kerr is hot as Noah comes back. Noah, you just missed Kerr hitting a nasty three up top.
Good.
Shout out. You'll love to see it.
Like I said, it's always better when he's hot than when he's cold.
Always better as U of A is up 13. I'm going to step away for a second now, Noah. Please, as Roberts goes up for the three, misses. Washington State still not being able to buy a three to save their life as U of A turns the ball over, pushing it up court fast. Oh, they're pushing the ball around. See what? He had an open one. He should have taken it as Kerr drives it. He'll take the elbow shot. And the rebound by Washington State.
Noah Bellis with the jumper. Not good. Sounds good. All right. Washington State taking up the court. Great game so far if you got the under, but little miss by Washington State. Rebound Arizona pushing the issue, and we got a foul. We got some free throws coming up here. Feeling good about this game so far. 13-point lead right now. Hopefully we can extend it to 15 here with these two free throws. Oh, we got no. Oh, that was an offensive foul. Never mind. I was mistaken there. Hopefully we can get a defensive stop. Washington State setting up their offense, taking a little bit of a wild three there. Arizona the rebound, pushing it up court. Going to kick it out to Kirk Risa. Passes back to Coloco. It's going to throw it to Matherin, tipped out of bounds. Looks like Arizona ball, I think. Yep, there we go. Kerr's got it at the point. Dribbles, passes it off to Bellis. That shot gets blocked. Rebound Washington State. They're taking it back up the court. They're going to take another three off the mark again. Another rebound for Coloco. Pushing the issue. Kicking it out to... looks like Dalen Terry out there. Lobbing it in off of Washington State. Arizona ball on the inbounds underneath our own basket. Coming up. Washington State did a nice job of getting a hand on that one, but tipping it out of bounds. Possession's going to stay with Arizona. Like I said, I would not be surprised if this game was a 10 or 15 point at halftime. I said that earlier. And it's looking like that's holding true so far. On to a commercial break. Hey, if you're tuning in, let me know in the comments who is a team that you could totally see making the Final Four, and who is a sleeper team that you could see making the Final Four? Somebody who's, maybe outside of the top 10 or 12 nationally ranked, who you could see slipping into that Final Four. Love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Welcome back, AJ.
Dude, you didn't lose us any viewers, so you must have not said anything too stupid. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, well, AJ, I'll ask you the same thing that I just asked the viewers.
What's up?
Who is a team that you have as like a lock for the Final Four, and who's a team that's like maybe outside of the top 10 or 12 or 15 that you could see making a Cinderella run into the
Ooh.
final four.
Let me pull up the new AP rankings really quick. Because obviously, top final four. I mean, I'm gonna go with the obvious pick. I'm gonna go with U of A. I hate to be that type of a homer and everything, but I mean, look at what we're watching right now, Noah. Like, look at what we're watching right now and tell me that this is not the best team in basketball right now. Obviously, still making some young mistakes, but a team that is just so strong, so strong. Huh? Out of the top 10, right?
Um,
Or 15?
yeah. Uh, we'll go outside of the top 10. Well,
All
pick
right. Well,
pick one team outside of the top 10, one team outside of the top 15 while we're on commercial break.
easy, easy. Michigan State. I think that is a squad that, when it gets hot, can do wonderful things on the basketball court. And the outside of the top 15, I am going with St. Mary's. St. Mary's is a squad that I feel like I always see up
They
there
just
in
lost
March
last night.
Madness.
You do realize that, right?
Who gives a shit if they
Like
lost last night? No, they can
okay,
lose
okay.
5 more games this season. I'm still taking them to be my Cinderella story.
All right. Well, game's coming back on right now, so I will give you my lock, which is the same team that I took preseason, Purdue. I'm gonna take them as my lock.
Okay, don't blame you.
Outside of my top 10, I love Providence. I love what they're doing. I think they win the Big East. I think they're going to get a 2 or 3 seed.
Ooh.
Providence, a very good team. Outside my top 15, I you kind of stole my thunder with Michigan State. I love Michigan State,
Sorry.
but I also love UConn to make a run this season. So
I can't do UConn, bro. I can't do UConn. I've been burned by them too many times. I've watched them play. Not a fan of them right now whatsoever. Maybe they'll change my mind when we put out our official brackets. No, every time we talk about March, we'll talk about the game in a second. I keep getting excited because of our big announcement. Our March is going to be so big.
Are we putting out our brackets before March Madness? Because I don't know, my bracket's kind of gold, dude. I don't know if I can give that out for free. I mean,
no, shut up. We give out golden picks for free all the time. So, and you're gonna tell me you're not gonna give out your bracket, bro?
AJ, you know for a fact my bracket is golden most years. Like not golden, but it's.
The last 2 years have been really solid. I will say the last 2 years have been very solid.
Yeah, I mean,
Washington State inbounds the ball. We've missed a little bit of action. Noah getting back into the game. They're passing the ball around. They're still trying to make these threes. It's not working for them. Loose ball, can't move, no help, throws it away. Caught by the big man out there. Ooh. All right, they're resetting with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Nothing really. U of A just swarming them like bees. Tough shot. U of A comes back with the rebound. Shot clock violation. We'll even take that. Who cares? We get the ball either way. This defense continuing to show up.
Yeah, and one thing that might throw you off with the defense is the points per game are a little bit higher. But if you look at the opposing shooting percentage, it's one of the better ones in college basketball. It's just because we play such a fast pace that the opponents are shooting more shots, which is why their point total is higher, because obviously you get a higher sample size, you get more shots up, you're gonna get more points. But the defense is sneaky good, and it's because not a lot of people pay attention to all of the right stats, and you look at shooting percentage against, and it's very low. Our defense is tough.
Very low.
The opposing teams just get a lot of shots off because we play the quickest pace in all of D1 basketball.
We really do. As U of A, going on an 11-0 run right now, going to the line, looking to continue that going. Yeah, go ahead, make that 12-0 run in the last 6 minutes. Shout out U of A, just absolutely doing wonderful in this first half. With how fast we're playing and how strong we play every game, and with how good we've been in the first half here, are we concerned about any pullback when it comes to the second half here?
No, because we've been stronger
As
in the
UVA's
second
on a
half.
13-0 run.
We've been stronger in the second half. We've especially the late, last 5-6 minutes of games. We've really closed out games very tough. And I think that comes from the fact that our team is deeper than most other teams. So we're not as tired because we have really good rotations. Tommy Lloyd is doing an exceptional job in his first year. And yeah, this team is dangerous because A, the talent, B, the athleticism, C, the size, D, the rotations, the depth. It's we have so much going for us this year.
We really do. 33-18 with 40 seconds left to play. Count that 20. And it looks, are we getting a foul or timeout? Looks like we're getting a foul. They're not going to count it, so we're going to get Washington State inbounding on the baseline. Rough deficit going into halftime, Noah. I can only imagine how they feel scoring only 18 points while U of A's out here putting up 33. And Noah, I know we talked about pregame. Oh, I'll talk about it later. Washington State inbounding. U of A,
I was going to say
defense everywhere.
I was going to say, are you already at halftime? Because
not at halftime. Sorry.
Yeah, they're at 20 points now.
U of A still swarming. Washington State barely gets it in. Last-ditch effort. Count it 20-33. U of A is going to look to run out this clock more than likely. Probably going to be forced to get a shot off early.
Oh.
Start moving it around. They're going to burn as much of that clock off as they can.
I don't like that.
Taking it in. I hate that call. Refs, honestly, have been letting the boys play tonight. There have been some very questionable calls, and that being one of them, but not only against U of A, but against Washington State as well, that blow my mind, but hey, I'm here for it. Here we go. Let the boys play. 2.4 seconds left to play in the first half, and we're going to go to our last commercial break, hopefully, of the half. Noah, I hate this shit about basketball. This is the only thing I hate about basketball is they do this stuff at the end of the half. We have 2 seconds left to play. You're telling me we can't last 2.4 seconds without a TV timeout? Really, bro? Come on. Just tack it on to halftime. I know how TV scheduling works. Tack that shit on to halftime.
I mean, they're back real quick, so.
Still, but I don't need to see this ad for Popeyes. I really don't. I'm not going to get Popeyes. Plus, I don't think there's a Popeyes near me. Is Popeyes good? You had Popeyes?
Yeah, we have Popeyes. But I don't know. I don't eat Popeyes.
No, that's just... And Washington State with the half-court shot misses as they have been all night. And we go into halftime, Noah. U of A up 33-20. I'd love to see that as a U of A fan coming in to opposing territory and making work fast in the first half. You really do just love to see it, Noah. We are just killing them right now. Hopefully we can keep it going in the second half as we are a second half team. What a half, Noah, seriously. Obviously, early offense struggling a little bit with the alley-oops, but the fact that that's the only thing I have to complain about in the first half makes me very happy as a U of A fan. How are you feeling right now?
AJ, it's alley-oop, not alley-oop.
That's what I said. Alley-oop.
Okay.
Maybe you're hard of hearing. It happens.
I don't know. Sure, whatever. I do have a couple updates from the NFL honors.
Oh, the NFL honors are going on. That's right. Do we have the MVP?
Not yet, but looks like Micah Parsons, defensive rookie of the year, did not get defensive player of the year. That was TJ Watt.
Good for TJ. Good for TJ.
Which Parsons was, I mean, he was in the mix for defensive player of the year, not just rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude had a stud season. Offensive rookie of the year. No fucking surprise at all. Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase. Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense, actually.
And those are the only three that I've gotten notifications on so far. I'm sure there were other ones, but I'm personally curious. I mean, obviously, we know who's going to be MVP. As
Yep.
I don't know if you saw it, before the
Waste
golfers
management?
went out when they introduced Aaron Rodgers and they were like 3-time NFL MVP, and he puts up a number 4 on his hands.
A lot of good shit from the waste management from Rodgers. My favorite clip, personally, being the one of the fans saying, "Hey, come to Jacksonville!" And he essentially says, "Fuck no!"
I loved how there was a video of somebody was like, "Hey, can you take a picture with my kid?" And Rodgers is like, "Oh yeah, totally." And the kid's like standing like way in front of him, and so like Rodgers like kind of grabs him and pulls him back, and then Twitter's going off. They're like, "Bad guy Aaron Rodgers assaulting a child," or like blah blah blah.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, it was all jokes on Twitter about like Aaron Rodgers is such a bad guy. They're like, Aaron Rodgers jerks a child back into the like blah 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 blah, and it was funny.
Well, Noah,
it's all in good fun.
Yes, as much as I love talking about football, I do want to know when the MVP comes out. NBA big a day in basketball today. Besides U of A playing, we will get to halftime in our first half analysis in a minute. But we would behoove ourselves to not talk about the blockbuster trade that happened today. We'll get to some of the smaller stuff as well. James Harden's gone, bro. The big three at the Brooklyn Nets is dead, and it is now.
Well, it's a new big three. I don't know, but
yeah.
What did I say? I said this trade is going to.
You called it. I'll give you full credit. You called this one.
And I obviously wasn't the only one. There were plenty of other people who also said like this trade is obviously going to happen. But it was funny because the Nets were sitting there shooting down James Harden trade rumors, and I'm like, well, you're still talking to Philly, so clearly something's happening.
Yeah, something's going on there. The full trade.
AJ
Brooklyn receives Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2022 first-round pick, unprotected, and a 2027 first-round pick that is protected. Philadelphia receives James Harden and Paul Millsap. I mean,
I am
just locked up the East. The Nets locked up the East here.
No, they didn't lock up the East. Neither of these teams are making it out of. No, neither of these teams are making it out of the East.
No. Are you kidding me? The Nets just fixed all their issues.
How the fuck are you going to say they fixed all their issues when they still have Kyrie Irving on the roster? Kyrie is issue number one. Kyrie is issue number one, AJ. Kyrie is issue number one. Harden was issue number 2 because he got pissed at Kyrie and wanted fucking out of Brooklyn. But Kyrie is still issue,
and that's better than having 2 issues, Noah.
Yeah, but you still have your main issue. You still have your main issue.
Yes, you still have your main issue, but you have your main issue that can at least play half of the games, not an issue that's out of town. I'm sorry, Noah, but I would rather have a player that wants to play for me that can play half a season than a player that doesn't want to play for me play a full season. Listen, the Nets won this trade outright. They had locked up the East. Seth Curry and Ben Simmons are going to be such a factor. They are going to be a factor, but not in an explosive manner. They are going to be able to feed Kyrie, feed KD, and just let them do their magic. Nets have locked up the East. You heard it here first. It's simple as that. Simple as that, Noah. But we do have some other big trades. A couple of
No, no,
them
no, 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 no,
include
no, no.
our.
You
Oh,
can't
you want to keep going
not.
on this? You want to keep going on this?
Yeah, you can't just move on without letting me rebuttal that. Trying to just like say whatever you want to. No,
What?
no. The Nets are fucked this season. The Nets are not doing anything this season. The Sixers might have a chance to do something this season, and they better do something this season because if they don't this season, they are going to be burdened by James Harden's egregious contract for the next couple of
Which
years.
he picked up the 5th year. Which he said yes to the next year. 37
And
mil.
and here's the thing, this trade did need to happen. Like I will say both teams are in a better position than they were before this trade because clearly the Sixers paying, with Ben Simmons, not paying him, but like him accounting towards the like salary cap and everything and not even playing. Like they needed to get rid of him. They bring in James Harden. It was a great scorer, but like I don't know, my personal whatever against James Harden, I won't bring that into it. But here's the thing, the Milwaukee Bucks are still the team to beat in the East. And obviously this trade overshadows it because people aren't talking about the fact that they made a trade. They made a trade. The Bucks made a trade. They bring in Serge Ibaka, who has been a very good role player throughout his career. I think the Bucks are still the number one team in the East. You have the Heat, who are sitting with the number one record. The Heat are not a team to be taken like too lightly either. I think Philly falls in at like number 3 in my mind. Nets are all Nets have just been like sliding so far, but I do think they will get better after this trade. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't even think they make it out of the East. I don't think either team makes it out of the East.
Before I go step away to get a drink, I want to make a bet with you. I believe that the Nets will have a higher playoff seeding than the Sixers, and I'm willing to bet a case of White Claws on it.
Really?
You bet, bud.
You think the Nets are going to have higher seeding than the Sixers?
What did I just say?
I mean, they're only 3 games apart right now, so yeah, I'll take it.
I know they are. I know where they are. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You heard it here first, Degens. But no, with that being said, I am going to step away for a second. I am going to ask you to get through this halftime, but why don't you start on seeing what Washington can do better besides making threes, because they have not been able to hit a single 3 all night. I do not have the official stats on that, but their 3-point shooting has been absolutely rough. I will leave you with that, and I'll be back in a minute.
All right, to fact check that, AJ is right. They're 0 for 12 from 3. So we do have an 0 for 12 Washington State team, while Arizona is 4 for 9. As I said, coming into this game, Arizona seemed to be the better team to be outmatching, and we've seen that through one half. I think we'll continue to see that through the second half, and this should be, like I said before the game, if you were tuned in that early, I said Arizona should win by 20 to 25 points if we're on our A game. And I think we've been close to our A game so far, so we're doing well so far, and I anticipate this league to grow throughout the second half. But if you're tuned in now and you weren't tuned in earlier at our earlier break, I would love to hear in the comments who is your lock for the Final Four, who is your sleeper pick who's outside the top 10, and who is your like deep sleeper. I said for me, my lock is Purdue, who was my pick in the preseason before the college basketball season even started. I think they're my lock for the Final Four. My outside of the top 10 is Providence. They're at 11, right outside of the top 10. I think they're going to be real good. And then I'm liking UConn to make a deep run. They're ranked, I think, 23, 24 right now. They're pretty down there, but they're a good team. We'll see what happens. Also, feel free to drop in the comments who you have for the Super Bowl. Bengals and Rams. That line has dropped all the way down to 3.5. It looks like so. Getting a little closer. I think I'm on the Rams as much as I love Joe Shiesty, Joe Burr. I want the Bengals to win, but I kind of think the Rams are going to cover. And the fact that the line has gotten down to 3.5, I'm feeling pretty inclined to jump on that. But who knows? Joe Burrow might be the next generation of like, do not bet against him. We'll find out. Watching the NFL awards show here in the background, trying to figure out what's going on with zero sound. Seeing a lot of TJ Watt, which I don't know if that means he won something else, but we'll find out. Another question too, if anyone's out there listening, how hype are you for the Super Bowl halftime show on a scale of 1 to 10? Because I'm super excited about this one. I think this is going to be a great one.
Sorry about that, dude. There was an ice situation. It's Arizona,
Oh,
so
no.
ice is a little harder to get to.
An ice situation.
Yeah, it's Arizona, so we have some ice situations sometimes.
All right.
But anyway, how we doing, man? We still feeling good about the second half coming up?
Oh, we're feeling great about the second half.
Hell yeah! Let's talk about something that because Noah, I'm a degenerate. Our show's called Degenerate Takes, and we love sports betting. 13.5 right now is the spread for Arizona at -115, so it's going to move to 14.5 in a minute. Total now at 128 even, 128 flat.
Hold up. You have it at 13.5?
U of A -13.5.
Why would you not take that?
No, because I was just saying the lines and I wanted to then get your reaction to them, but oh yeah, no. Yeah, why wouldn't you take that? They're up by 13 right now.
Yeah, they're obviously going to outscore Washington State in the second half too. I mean, this is a good team.
Dominant this game. No, they've been absolutely dominant this game. I say you ride with them. You take the 13.5. 128. They're at 53 right now. So they're on pace to score 108. 106, excuse me. See how Washington State comes out in the first 2 minutes. If Washington State comes out and U of A goes on a run, I would slam the under because I think U of A is just going to dominate them on defense and everything. But as Noah alluded to earlier, with the fast pace tempo that we do run, the over still might be in play. What are your thoughts, Noah?
Yeah, I mean 144, you got only 53 points in the first half. I would assume it's mostly dead.
No. The live total. The live total is at 128.
That's tough. That's tough. Because that's what 75 points in the second half.
Yep.
Like I said, I was gonna stay off of the total. I'm probably staying off the total still at this point. I do have to mention AJ. Purdue down 9 points at halftime at Michigan.
Wow.
This could be the third time this year that Purdue gets court stormed against them. And it's funny because
Awesome.
they have lost on the road as a top 5 team twice already. If they lose this one to Michigan, that'll be 3 out of their 4 losses are on the road as a top 5 team. They cannot stay in the top 5. This is like their problem. They get into the top 5 and then they lose a game. And I would love it. I would love it because if they lose this one with Auburn losing, I think Arizona jumps to number 2. Obviously, Gonzaga is not going to lose to anybody in the West Coast Conference because you have a great team playing shit teams.
Really quick note, I just want to say the shot on TV right now, it just went to Kerr looking amazing in his headband, but it was the Washington State coach, and he just looks so defeated already. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean, we'll see. Yeah, we just need to close out this game, but obviously, like I said, we are keeping an eye on this Purdue game because that does impact where Arizona is sitting.
Purdue game does mean a lot, just like every game does in college basketball, because March is always in mind. Speaking of March, no, I got to mention it again because we talk about March so much on this show. Huge announcement coming out Monday on our social media at Degenerate Takes on Twitter and Instagram, at Degen Takes 69 on the TikTok. Huge news, Noah, that involves March Madness. As U of A puts up a 3, it's not going to count because there's a lot of damage on the floor. But let's just say the first 4 days of March Madness are going to be a lot of fun, Noah. Can we tease them with that at least? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, what are you watching that we're putting up? Oh, God, I'm on the wrong channel.
So it
That would
does
make a
help
lot
to
of
be
sense.
on the right channel, Noah, when we're live streaming. That does
Yeah.
help.
There we go.
But there was, yep.
I'm like, I'm looking at Keegan Michael Key, hosting the NFL awards, which I had switched over to briefly, and I'm like, oh, I'm not seeing any basketball here.
Ooh, and it looks like Washington will get the 2 and 1. Looking for a 3-point play here. Foul going to be on Koloko.
That's going to be his third.
Getting into some foul trouble early into the half. Don't like to see it.
Well,
that takes me back.
No, but the beauty of this team is when Koloko gets into foul trouble, we have Omar Ballo to come in, and he can totally ball. And every now and then we will play them in the same set, but the fact is we don't have to worry about big man foul trouble like most teams do, because the chance of them both getting into foul trouble is so low.
Ooh, Washington State getting a little run going.
Tubelis gonna take I might be ahead of you again. I don't know, but I just saw Tubelis just drain a 3, left him wide open.
Oh yeah, you're definitely ahead of me then. Definitely ahead because they're just moving the ball around right now. Moving the ball. Oh, and he's open. They just leave him there and he drains it. That was disgusting. Oh my goodness. He's like, oh, okay, let me drain that real quick. beautiful form, just like I used to teach the children back at my sports camp days. You take the swan, you let it
God,
drink. You know what I mean? That was gorgeous.
They allowed you to teach children?
No, yeah, I would teach sports and stuff, dude. They thought I was athletic or something. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that sucked.
That was ugly. But again, young team. We got to keep reminding ourselves of that. And Roberts, the first 3 Washington State has been able to make. I'm excited for them because they actually get to walk away with at least 1 3-pointer tonight. Good for them.
Yeah, I don't share the same sentiment, but
30-36 with 16:50 left in the second half. And Arizona moving around. Washington playing some really tight coverage.
Yeah, we need to sync up again here at some point, but
all right, we'll do that at the commercial break. We gotta have one coming up in a minute as U of A's fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called. That was a fast jump ball called.
Dalen Terry missing a little floater there, and Matherin
maybe
just.
Maybe this rim's uneven. It's not the first time we would have seen it this week.
All right. Hey, we're getting a foul here. We're going up for some free throws. This would be a good sinking point, AJ.
Yep, no, I think you are about 5 seconds ahead of me. What should we do? Do you want to have him get to the line and I'll say when he gets the ball?
No, let me know when he releases the ball.
All right, on the release, shit.
No.
All right, he's dribbling. Squat, release.
Yeah, I didn't pause it. Let me know the release on the second one. On the second one.
Right. On the second. On two. Ready, break. See, even while we just talk solely basketball, we can't not bring football into this. It's unbelievable. Dribble. Release. Swish.
Perfect. Okay.
37-30.
Yep.
Arizona betters. They are covering again. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
As Roberts does some fancy moves, takes another 3 and misses another one. Washington State with the rebound, messing around a little bit. Passes it outside. They're trying to find area, but they just see too many blue jerseys. It's unbelievable. Takes a shot. Swish. Big. Are they going to count that as a 3 or a 2? I didn't see where his toe was. They will count that as a 3. 37-33. 15:48 left in the second. Washington is getting hyped. U of A trying to figure something out here. Passing the ball around. Getting some space. Creating some room. Tommy Lloyd directing. And they will get some space. Big man down under. And we'll get the 2.
There we go. Love the tip in back there by Omar Ballo. Sophomore.
Washington State bringing it up.
Man, sophomore center from
doesn't really work out. Awkward angle makes it. Washington State coming out of the second half, they're competing, keeping it close. And as someone who took U of A at 13.5, not feeling fucking great right now, but that's an issue that will come over later. As the U of A turns it over, Washington State takes it in, misses the layup. U of A recovers the ball. Kerr taking it in.
Kerr's going to hit a 3 here.
Gives it to the big man. Gives it to the big man for the easy 2 points.
Not to the big man. He tossed that to Matherin.
Well, he's bigger than me, so he's a big man to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, our average height is like 6'5" on this U of A team, so.
So it's a 5'10" guy and we're gonna get a kicking, and
it was kicked. Ball. I think kicked by Washington State there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the ref do the gimmick where he points to the sideline, so it's our ball. We're staying with us. Washington State, though, coming out strong, starting to make a comeback. You hate to see it. You really hate to see that. No, I don't know about you, but I hate to see it.
I mean, I'm not worried at all. if that's what you're
Not
getting
worried.
at.
We're
But
gonna win.
I'm going to go ahead and take this commercial break as an excuse to grab more refreshments.
All right, give me one moment, Noah, as
You
I
know,
get ready to switch over. What?
it is Thirsty Thursday, and I am thirsty.
Yes, Noah, you are. All right. We'll go ahead and I will take over now. See you later. And we're here during commercial break. There's a nice commercial for God knows what. It's a wedding. I mean, there's a family, probably some college that's trying to steal your money, but that's a conversation for later. Oh no, driving? Maybe we're doing insurance. I don't know. All I know is U of A is not playing well right now in the second half. Not even that they're not playing well. It's just Washington State is really coming out and upping their tempo and trying to play tighter defense on U of A, which obviously seems to be working as U of A is keeping this point with, as Washington State is keeping this game within about 3 to 5 points at every turn. So shout out to them for figuring something out at halftime, getting some halftime adjustments in and everything like that. I mean, U of A is going to pull ahead. They're going to take this time out, take a breather, get different lineup in. They're going to figure something out. U of A, if there's one thing they're good at doing, it's the second half. The second half basketball with U of A is the most exciting. Seeing it firsthand. I mean, if you get the opportunity to, you just got to see it. You got to see it as they're showing a commercial for the Pac-12 tournament in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I can only assume that will be absolutely electric, seeing our boys in blue, red, and white, the U of A Wildcats, take home that trophy and successfully get successfully get a number 1 seed going into the tournament. Which, again, talking about the tournament, big news coming Monday. Huge news coming Monday, going to change what we do. It's going to change what we do and how you view it, and is going to be for the better, and we're very excited as we see a very scary Wildcat mascot. I mean, Cougar mascot for Washington State. That is absolutely disturbing as Washington State. Oh, it looks like they're reviewing this play. One of the U of A guys did get hit in the head. That should be a tech. Maybe they're reviewing that. I'm not really sure. He's not looking. Oh, that's why they showed the replay. He's shaking his arm, not looking too hot. Dalen Terry, number 4. That'd be a big loss for U of A. Do not see him on the court right now. He perhaps is on the bench, just taking a breather as Kerr is dribbling the ball. Gives it. Oh, we pass it inside. Oh, we're going to work it. Keep it going. We'll take the ball. Don't worry. We'll take it at the baseline. What? We're just going to bully down under. That's what we've been doing all night. We're going to continue to do it. We have the big men to do it. Might as well. Ooh, bad passing as Washington State gets the ball. Dribbles it down court. Trying to create some space, make a play happen. We'll see what goes down. Pass it down under. Ooh, gonna get another foul on Ballo, number 11. Like Noah alluded to earlier, we're not too worried about both big men getting into trouble in this situation because Tommy Lloyd, the genius behind what's going on right now at the University of Arizona, he knows how to split up the time. He knows how to just divvy it up. He does, because both big men are about as equally talented. You're not really losing much putting one in over the other. One just happens to come off the bench in this situation as U of A gets the rebound off another missed 3, trying to get it in there early, and they do for another 2-pointer down under. Oh, I'm going to start saying that. That's going to piss off Noah. Noah hates when I do accents, but we're going to see what his reaction is whenever he returns. As Washington State trying to create some space, going down under, but they make a nice 2-pointer from the elbow, little floater. As U of A gets the ball, keep it going, keep it moving, nice layup, and Noah Engelbretson returns, so you don't hear me just saying numbers anymore. You can hear actual players' names. Noah, welcome back. U of A has just been on an absolute tear since you left.
So you're up 8. Beautiful finish there. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, I was about to say, beautiful finish. We're up by 10. And we're going to a timeout. Welcome back, Mr. Noah Engelbretson, the Sportsbook Whisperer. How the hell you doing?
Wonderful. Also, going into timeout up 10. The other game we're paying attention to, Purdue. Michigan is up
What's going on there?
Michigan is up 14 on Purdue right now. It's beautiful.
Love to see it, dude. You really love to see it. Hopefully they keep it moving. And also, I'd like to shout out all my buddies at work right now because they all told me Purdue's going to win. Purdue's going to lose. U of A's going to lose. It's an Underdogs day. And I looked them dead in the eyes and I said, you're on something that I wish I could be on because I can't see something like that happening tonight.
Well, it turns out they were right about, I don't know. We'll see. But as of now, it looks like they were right about Purdue. Not about U of A, obviously.
They were right about Purdue, but they were not going to be correct about the U of A. Simple as that. Just one of those things. Noah, here we are. Terry Bradshaw. Have you ever gotten any of Terry Bradshaw's money? You ever gotten any of that?
I have not, but I should.
You should try.
Yeah.
Might as well. What else are we doing?
Speaking of Terry,
U of A,
I was going to say, speaking of Terry Bradshaw, it was super funny. Apparently, he got all butthurt when Roethlisberger retired about, a bunch of people calling Ben Roethlisberger the best Steelers quarterback of all time and all that. And
well, he was.
Terry came out and made a statement and everything about how he's like, oh, did my Super Bowls mean nothing, blah, 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 blah. And he was all crying about it. And it was pretty funny.
No offense, Terry, but it was harder to win a Super Bowl in Ben's era when Brady was kind of running around rampant with Belichick.
Yeah, and Terry's all crying because he's like, I won 4 and Ben only won 2, but there's no argument there, right? Ben Roethlisberger.
There's none.
Best Steelers quarterback we've ever seen, Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, 100%, dude. Not only
Big Ben,
2 Super Bowls, but he never had a losing season. Noah, he played in the league for 18 years and he never had a losing season. What the actual hell? That's the more impressive stat than. No, I understand you're not arguing.
I'm not arguing at all.
I'm just saying.
I'm in total agreement with you. I'm in total agreement with you. Ben
Roethlisberger, medium large Ben is the best Steelers quarterback ever. Period.
There's a reason everybody's talking. Big Ben, he retires. It's like, okay, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, first ballot Hall of Famer and best Steelers quarterback of all time.
Yeah,
and I think it's funny that
you're back in basketball action. U of A with the rebound. We'll get back to it in the commercial break, but we got to talk about basketball while basketball's on.
Oh, take that. Oh, there we go, Ballo.
Beautiful.
There we go, Ballo.
Ballo coming in.
By the way,
49-37 with 12:24 left to play
I don't know what the announcers are saying in this game because I, obviously have it on mute, but a lot of people calling him Umar. It's Omar. I know it's Oumar is how it's spelled, but it's Omar. It's not Umar. It's Omar Ballo.
I'm sure everyone will listen to this show and make sure they do not get that incorrect ever again. As Roberts just dribbles the ball around, doesn't get a good look. Passes it outside.
AJ, all I want is people to put respect on U of A's name.
I understand, but with Sean Miller and everything, it's not going to happen until we win a natty, bro.
And I've listened to games where people are calling Azulis Tubelis, they're calling Tubelis. I'm like, it's Tubelis, not Tubelis. And Umar Ballo, or Omar Ballo. They're calling him Umar because it's Oumar, but it's Omar is how it's pronounced. So,
unreal.
obviously I watch enough U of A basketball to know the pronunciations of all the players. I've got it all locked in. But yeah, somehow some of these announcers on literally national networks still are messing this shit up. So I don't understand how that happens. But
And as we
like
go into
they're
break,
getting paid. They're getting paid.
yes, and we're
And
not,
they're
but
still
Noah,
messing up names.
following our big announcement, Noah, hopefully we will be getting paid as well. Again, big announcement coming out Monday. If I haven't said it enough, we're very excited for March. Gonna be freaking huge. As we go into commercial break, Noah, breaking news from the NFL honors. Mike Vrabel named Coach of the Year. Vrabel obviously having an incredible season with the Titans, taking them to the playoffs. Obviously, until the heartbreaking loss for them to the Bengals. I mean, good for him. I mean, he really did excellent with that team. He's done excellent with that team for the last couple years, and I think we will expect the Titans to be playoff contenders until Vrabes is out of there.
Dude, I'm a big fan of Vrabel.
Love him.
I mean, you know that I was big on the. I thought the Titans were going to make it out of the AFC this year, and they were the. Well, I mean, it wasn't right, but but they were the one seed in the AFC this year, but they were only the third favorite betting wise behind the Chiefs and the Bills. They were number 3. And I was all over the Titans this year. I was like, oh, the Titans are a good fucking team. And I think they'll be a good team next year. I think they'll be a really good team next year. Obviously, Derrick Henry is, and this is one of my many hot takes, is Derrick Henry, if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the big thing, though.
No, I know, but I've said if he can stay healthy, I think he might be the best running back in NFL history. In a very pass heavy era. In a very pass heavy era, he might be the best running back in NFL history. I mean,
and Noah, I will
the dude is,
because we're going back to basketball.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, dude is unreal, and I haven't seen a running back able to carry a team since like any guys who are like in the Hall of Fame, like
fair enough,
HOF type of players.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, and that is something we will talk about on a future episode of Degenerate Takes, following the big announcement coming out on Monday. Noah, I do want to say, though, I saw a matchup coming up on Saturday. Indiana going against a team that we think is going to make the Final Four, Michigan State. How do you like that game as Washington State gets rejected? Oh, shit! Did you see that? Oh, my goodness. Not even a chance. We just swatted it like it was a fucking fly. You had no chance to even shoot that shot. But Noah... Oh, and then Washington State makes it.
Bro, I'm still on commercial break. I don't know.
You're still on commercial, so I'm ahead of you
now? No, I switched channels again.
Or are you... Oh, god damn it, Noah.
I gotta stop doing that.
You really got it. We're live streaming here. We're trying to be professional.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, we're up 15.
We are up 15, so still covering the 13.5 and the 6.5 that I took. We love to see that. As we take a very contested 3-2 easy. Oh my god, no, that was too easy. That was beautiful. Were they not counting it?
Oh, no. I might be behind you now. I don't know.
Are you behind me? Can I pause?
No, probably in front of you.
You're in front of me?
You're always,
what do you have the score at?
You're 54-42.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're ahead of me.
Oh,
Oh,
holy
shot.
shit! I gotta get synced with you, but
I just saw
beautiful,
Washington State hit the three. Washington State hits the three, makes it 42-54. U of A with the ball.
beautiful shot by
Long play,
Matherin, and then
figuring it out. Oh, dirty! Oh, dirty from deep. Dirty from deep. U of A up 57-42. What a 3-point shot there, Noah.
I paused
Oh,
mine,
and
so
then a
I'm
block. Oh, get it out of here! Get it out of here!
I'm
Push it! Keep it going! Oh, we're
I'm
gonna
waiting
take
to.
it in. Oh, we're gonna pass it out. Oh, corner three. Corner three. Call it good, Noah. 60 to
Yep,
42
bingo.
Wildcats as we go into timeout here. Sorry, you were saying, did you pause or something?
Yeah, well, I was waiting for your reaction to like get like synced up with you again. Um,
Oh, gotcha,
because
gotcha.
because every time I switch channels and then switch back, it goes back to live, and then I'm ahead of you,
Ah,
which has been
gotcha.
the issue. But um, Purdue down 16 points now with 11:40 left in that game. Obviously, one that we are keeping our eye on because this could propel Arizona up to number 2. Obviously, we're not going to skip Gonzaga because Gonzaga doesn't fucking play anybody. So,
Nope, not gonna skip Gonzaga, but I am okay with not skipping Gonzaga. Let's
hey,
go into number
that's
two.
fine.
Let's go
That's
in and
fine.
be a dominant number 2.
Um, all I want is a 1 seed in the tournament. I don't care about being the number 1 overall because Gonzaga will somehow end up getting that number 1 overall seed. And they're going to lose in the Sweet 16 or something like that. So, it doesn't even matter.
As Washington State has the ball, trying to call something out, pick and roll maybe, but they suck at it, so they can't do it. Try to take the ball in, pass it back out. Moving three doesn't hit. U of A with the rebound. Pushing it forward,
Go.
looking for, again, that fast tempo we were talking about. Still moving it around. Going in, beautiful layup. Beautiful layup by number 5. No, who the hell is that? He's a star.
Justin Kier.
Justin Kier, shout out, bro. You are
So,
killing it as U of A is on an 8-0 run in the last minute and 15 seconds. As Washington State tries to break that.
Kier is he's our one grad transfer. He's like bringing up the average age of the team, even though we're the like third or fourth youngest.
UVA kicks it out. Oh, misses it. Try to kick it out again, but
Got the offensive rebound though. Oh, bad turnover.
Yeah.
No, like you said,
we
are like the like third or fourth youngest team in the country, despite not having any true freshmen starting. We're just it's a bunch of sophomores. That's all U of A is. Like we are literally a bunch of sophomores with a couple juniors, and we have one grad transfer student who's in his 5th year.
Oh, and U of A with a beautiful turnover takes it in.
Matherin
takes it in.
Oh my God!
With the slam dunk, beautiful. Washington State trying to push it, doesn't happen. We're gonna get a foul coming.
Yeah, Matherin should be a top 10 pick in the NBA draft, and
he should be.
The scary thing is if we don't make a deep tournament run, I don't know that he goes top 10, and some team is going to get a fucking gem out of him, because if he falls to like that 10 to like 15, 17 range, he's going to go to a good team.
Oh, 100%.
And he's going to make such a difference immediately.
He really will. Now, Noah, but while we're in commercial break, I am going to step away for one more time for this game. I'm going to turn it over to you. I will be right back.
What's up, D-Gens? Got you all on my own again. Thank God AJ's gone. We all love that when that happens. I kid. But yeah, I don't know if you guys are as invested or invested at all in U of A basketball, but holy shit, this team's going to be good come March. I'm so excited. So excited to see what they do. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see your predictions in the comments. How you think they're going to do. How far they make it. See what you guys think. I personally think this is like this team at the very least Sweet 16. Gotta be Sweet 16 or better, I'd imagine. Not seeing any comments yet, but you know, hey, we'll wait for them. Also, who's gonna win the men's hockey tournament in the Winter Olympics here? Got a bunch of college kids from the U.S. You get a bunch of professionals from Russia and these other countries. So sounds like AJ might be coming back. Hey, there he is.
What's up? What'd I miss?
Nothing, I don't think.
Oh, what? No, yeah, just seeing we're back. We are back with U of A action as Washington State inbounds the ball. And they're going to try to do something down by 22. Not a good look for them. Still moving the ball around, not really doing much. Trying to make something happen here with a three-point shot, and they do make it. Good for them. They're 2 for whatever. As U of A gets the ball down the court, and we are, just slice and dice, an easy layup. Ooh, looks like a Washington State player may be injured off of that. Looks like a non-contact injury. This could be bad. Oh, it is bad, as trainers do seem to be coming onto the court. That is not something you enjoy seeing in a college basketball game, Noah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is really not something you like to see. Especially non-contact like that. We've watched enough football, we've watched enough sports, know what that means.
Well, those non-contact and injuries are always the worst of them.
Always, and a big man like that, taller gentleman, they're kind of playing with his legs right now. Could be a knee issue, and that's oof.
His teammates are helping him off the court.
Hey, T's and P's to him. That I hope it's nothing serious. That's rough though.
Well, that was one of those that it didn't look bad at all.
Oh, rolled the ankle. That's what it was there.
Really?
You see it on the replay. He just rolls it. Yeah, gets stepped on, rolled. Maybe dealing with high ankle sprain again. We are not doctors. Not going to pretend like we are. But hey, shout out. Hope he's okay. And thank you, Miss Lisa Moen, for saying that we're doing a great job tonight. We do our best to be as degenerate as possible. And we're glad that we're bringing that to you. As Washington State inbounds the ball, takes a big three and misses yet another one, because that's what Washington State really loves to do tonight, is miss three-pointers. U of A getting the ball inside, nothing there. Tries to go outside, nothing there. Looking to move the ball around, but he'll just take it himself, look for a slam dunk. Nothing there as Washington State pushes the ball down. Look for a 3-0 there, look for another 3-0 there. keeps moving the ball. 3-pointer. Swish. 66-48 coming up. 6:32 left in the second half, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona's just got to close this game out. It's
At this point, all we got to do, waste time, close it out.
It's pretty much over. Just got to not
We're
do...
still fighting for every rebound, dude. I love that.
Just got to not do dumb shit like that and give up rebounds.
True, but hey, at least we're fighting up 20. 18 now. Excuse me.
But we get a miss on the other end and a rebound, so it's all right.
Yep, moving around up court. Looks like we're taking it inside. Nothing there. Passes it to the big man. Turns around. Easy points.
This is when
U of A the most dangerous team inside. Noah, is U of A the most dangerous team inside in college basketball right now?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, we're up there.
Sure as hell isn't.
We're up there. Purdue's more dangerous inside. They got 7'4" Zach Edey.
Fair, that is a big boy.
Yeah, you got a guy's 7'4", almost 300 pounds. Like that's
No, that's a big individual. That is a grown adult right there.
Well, and he can move too, which is a scary thing. By the way, Purdue down 19 now with 8 minutes left in that game.
Wow.
AJ,
still trying to take it inside.
It feels like we're getting numero dos in front of our name here. Come Monday.
I'd love to be a number 2 Arizona come Monday. Would love to be a number 2 Arizona as we do have a timeout coming onto the court.
I mean, I'd prefer to be number 1, but I'll take number 2 over number 4.
I'll take. Hey, you know what they say? First the worst, second the best, motherfucker.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we get a vote or 2 or 3 or like 6 for number 1. Because I do think there's people.
Definitely see some votes.
Well, I do think there's people out there in the voting who are not like sold on Gonzaga.
There has to be, right?
The question is, does a Pac-12 team warrant votes? And I think we get at least a couple because earlier in the season we got one. We got one earlier in the season while we were 6th. We were ranked 6th and we got one first place vote. And then later on we got like 1 or 2 ranked like 4th. So I think we get like a couple first place votes here.
No, I could definitely see us getting some first place votes here. We definitely deserve them, especially the way we've been playing these teams. We deserve it. You know what I mean? A lot of double-digit wins, a lot of not even upsets. We're just beating teams we're supposed to beat. And if that's an issue, I don't understand what is. And that's why Gonzaga is number 1. So go ahead, give U of A what we deserve. At least that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Gonzaga should just, I don't know, like a whole nother discussion, but like they should join the Pac-12.
Oh, absolutely. Gonzaga needs to join the Pac-12. The fact that they're not a part of the Pac-12 right now is like when BYU was just smoking all the Pac-12 teams and they weren't part of a real conference. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Because the BYU was smoking all the Pac-12 teams who were in a power conference, and the BYU wasn't.
That's what I was saying.
I'm talking about Gonzaga, like strength of schedule, like it's not enough. They need to play the Pac-12 teams.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood your argument. That's my bad.
I don't
Misunderstood
don't
where
know,
we're coming from. As we see Washington
don't know what you were
and
getting
Arizona
at there.
State warming up. Don't worry, no, neither do I, apparently. I thought I did, and now my chair's all effed up, so it's a whole thing now. We're here. We're alive.
UCLA is down to a 4 seed, which, AJ, I did say at the beginning of the season UCLA was way overrated as the number 2 overall seed. Did I not?
I agreed with you fully on that, bro. I agreed fully with you on that. The fact that they were ranked going into the season was a fucking disgrace, and the fact that they were ranked
No. They should have been ranked, but the fact that they were number 2 coming into the season, I mean, as I said before, I was like, yeah, I get this team made a Final Four run, but people were forgetting the fact that they barely made it into the field of 68. Like they were 1 loss away from not even making the tournament last year.
No, really, it was they were not a
And
good
they're
team. They got lucky in.
And they're over the last couple weeks, they're starting to show that. I mean, I think they're still good. Right? Like they should still be like a 4 or 5 seed, but like they don't deserve to be anything more than a 4 or 5 seed.
No, not at all. They do not at all.
The raw talent isn't enough. Like, yeah, they have a lot of experience and they've been playing together for like years, but they don't have the raw talent.
By the refs there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. But UCLA does not have the raw talent to be playing for another like big time run. They're going to be an early exit.
And we do love to see that as U of A fans. I love seeing sad. As an Arizona person, I love seeing sad LA fans. So, it's just one of my things.
I kind of disagree with that standpoint because I like to see the Pac-12 doing good, but
yeah, but not at Arizona's expense.
It's not at our expense. It's not at our expense. We're also not playing Stanford. We're playing Washington State.
Fair enough. You know what I mean. U of A, another effed up alley-oop. Love to see it. But I guess when you're up 68 to 54, you really don't give a shit.
By the way, Michigan up 19 on Purdue right now. 6 minutes left.
There we
go.
Now we move.
AJ, all I can say is feels like we're the number 2 team in the nation coming in here. And I like to shit on Gonzaga, but the media loves to kind of jerk them off and hype into that. So obviously we're not going to be passing them.
No, not anytime soon.
But hey, hopefully we could. Hopefully, come Monday we'll be number 2.
That would be beautiful. We do have a full week ahead of games, so we do have to win those 2. But let's not get ahead of ourselves yet, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, our schedule is definitely tougher than Gonzaga has to deal with. So,
100%. And that's where we run into as we have 2:18 left in the second half. 68-56. The Wildcats are up as we keep taking it inside.
There we go. Oh.
Yep.
Foul on the floor.
And we'll keep the ball. Love to see it. Nice blowout victory, hopefully, here for the U of A Wildcats. Washington State does have Arizona State coming up, so don't worry, Washington State. You'll get a nice victory over one Arizona team. As we miss the first free throw.
Yeah, we haven't been stellar with free throw shooting.
You and I both know that is going to come into effect come March Madness and everything. And I
We
need to say
we
again,
haven't.
because we mentioned
I
March, I'm excited about March.
will say we haven't been terrible, but we just haven't been stellar.
No,
We just need to be a
exactly. It's
little
just,
bit
yeah,
better with our. Like, it's not like it's a problem, you know. We just need to be a little bit better.
not a problem yet, but Packers special team wasn't really a problem until you got to the playoffs.
No, that's not true at all. The Packers special teams was a fucking problem the entire season. So that analogy is stupid as shit.
I just
Because
wanted
that
a
was
hot second to shit on the Packers. No, I'm sorry.
a glaring red flag that bit us in the ass.
That was. And it really did. Holy shit, it did. But that's
No,
something
so
we're going to talk about here just for a
as
while.
a
Yeah.
sports commentator, that was a terrible fucking take because that does not correlate at all.
Yes, it was a terrible take, but it got you hot, and so that's what I like to see. As Washington trying to make something out of nothing here, with U of A still playing excellent
Wazoo.
defense.
Not Washington, Washington State.
Oh, Washington State, excuse me, sorry. U of A just at this point trying to kill clocks up 71-56. I mean, beautiful.
Why?
And we just keep throwing
God.
it out of bounds. We keep throwing it out of bounds. No, we gotta stop that shit.
It doesn't matter. We're up 15 with minute 4 left. But
I get we're up 15, but but like that's just one thing where it's you can't keep letting that happen. Washington State picks up the ball. They're dribbling around, trying to figure something out. How do we score 15 points in a minute and a half? But we'll take a 2 and make AJ's 13 and a half bet irrelevant as we take a timeout. I'm going to lose my halftime bet by half a point, Noah.
well, it's not over yet.
True, very, very much so. Not over yet. Not over yet at all. However, Noah, our viewers think it's over.
Do they?
Oh, yeah, they've dropped completely off.
What are we at right now?
0.
Oh, so I can say whatever I want to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's 55.6 seconds left in the second half. So you can say boobs for all I care.
Oh, I'm watching the Michigan Purdue game on my phone, but
Well, then, with that saying, I mean, we'll finish the Wildcat game, but, I mean, they won this game 71-58 with 52.6 seconds left. They're inbounding the ball. I mean, that's just dumb. And we're going to keep driving it. We're going to hold on to a no foul. Nothing of interest. We're going to waste the shot clock because they're not going to foul. We may get a jump ball.
Call the fucking jump ball. God, that's
to.
just.
And
disgusting.
Noah, breaking news once again. Aaron Rodgers, 4th MVP, 2nd in a row.
Did that happen?
It did happen.
I'm not surprised at all. That was pretty fucking obvious. I loved how he was like minus like 252. I'm like, I would throw my life savings on the fact that Aaron Rodgers would win fucking MVP this season.
Minus 252? Yeah, 100%.
It was not good. It wasn't going to be Brady. Like, everybody knew that.
It wasn't going to be Brady. It wasn't going to be a running back. It wasn't going to be a wide receiver. It just, it was always. It was always Rodgers. He had an unbelievable season. We'll see the season he has when he comes to the Cardinals. Because let me tell you, that's going to be beautiful, Noah.
I think it's funny that he's had the 6 best seasons in NFL history for touchdown to interception ratio. He owns He owns, no, not 6, 7. He owns 7 now. He owns 1 through 7 with touchdown to interception ratio.
That's unreal, dude. I mean, he's a stud. He is a stud. As there's 20 seconds left in the game,
you could say GOAT.
Yeah.
You could say GOAT.
I'll say GOAT.
Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT.
I'll say
He's the greatest of all time.
I'll say he's one of them.
He's the greatest of all time. Tom Brady's won the most Super Bowls, but Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT.
Aaron Rodgers is absolutely one of the GOATs. Noah, with 20 seconds left, I think it is time we sign off and go to our Super Bowl show that will be published tomorrow morning. What do you say?
Go for it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. If you're still listening,